So I want to talk about the Moses Ingram situation. So Moses Ingram plays a character on Kenobi known as Reva, the Third Sister Inquisitor. And something happened a few days ago where I guess she was getting a lot of hate from people. They were leaving her very rude comments online, including some racist comments. And I wanted to discuss this, give my thoughts, and also discuss the hypocrisy that is Disney. Now, obviously, most of us stand against racism. You know, if you're a racist, I think you're very weak-minded to feel threatened over somebody whose skin color is different than yours. I think you're just weak, you're soft, you're pussy. And I think most Star Wars fans, whether you like or hate the Disney era, I think most of them are probably not racist. Of course there's some, but most are not. And so she was getting the N-word thrown at her and things like that, you know, and that's just the internet. I feel like black actors are going to get that. And I'm not saying that I'm justifying it because I'm also part black. I'm like 25% black. But she was putting out a statement, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi's actor, Ewan McGregor, put one out about these attacks. Now, the one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and be that guy who says, oh, she's lying, because I don't think she is. I don't think she would make that up. What would be the purpose of that? Publicity? I don't think so. I think there were people who were calling her the N-word, but I also feel like it wasn't like the vast majority, because I feel like the vast majority of people who watch Obi-Wan, and we're talking about millions, I don't think that they even commented on her stuff. They just watched the show, you know? But I think Disney is extremely hypocritical. So my friend Sal on Twitter, he posted this, and I knew about this before, but the way he framed it, I thought was really provocative. He wrote this. He wrote, so I think it's great that Disney stands against racism, because they did say that actors face from fans, but like I can't help but feel they're a little hypocritical. Actions speak louder than words. They put on this big show, and he's right. This is very corporate, what he's talking about. They put on this big show with Western fans who are mostly open and accepting, but straight up hide black faces in China and cut out LGBT scenes in the Middle East. All of that is true. There was a kissing scene with two women in Rise of Skywalker, cut from the Middle Eastern version. I believe the kissing scene with two guys from Eternals was also cut. He writes, either you stand for this stuff or you don't. Don't think they actually do, though. They only care about profits. Yes. Just like what happened with that bill in Florida. They started out strong against it, but when they were met with backlash, and polls showed that 50% of Dems agree with it, they backed down instantly. They're so fucking fake. So I'm not going to get into a political thing here, because this is not really about Democrats and Republicans or liberals and, you know, conservatives. It's the fact that Disney is very hypocritical. Here is the Black Panther poster where they literally hide. I mean, you could tell he's black because of the eyes, but they hide his face on the China one. And then infamously, here is the poster for The Force Awakens where they photoshopped Finn out of it. And there was really they didn't photoshop him out of it. They made him very small here in the background. There's no excuse for that. There's no reason to do that. Other than you want to hide that there's a black main character for your Asian people, your Asian audience, because they don't like black people. And obviously not all Asians are racist. I really don't like Disney's hypocrisy. And John Boyega has come out and talked about this, and other actors have. That's what I'm here to talk about right now. If Disney really does support minorities, blacks, Hispanics, I consider myself a minority because I am a Hispanic and part black. If they really care about gay people, LGBTs, then they wouldn't be censoring this stuff out. It's almost like they're afraid to put a movie out because of the backlash they'll get in those countries because they want money. And I have a lot of gay friends who, like 3 years ago, I talked to them about this LGBT representation stuff. And a lot of people seem to want gays in movies. Like, a lot of people want representation. And I get it, but you have to understand that representation in these films is not genuine. A lot of times they create diversity purposely to get your dollar. To say, oh, there's an Asian, there's a black person, there's this, there's that. Look at Eternals. That was an extremely diverse cast. And there's nothing wrong with having different ethnicities in your story. Nothing wrong with that. You should. But you have to understand they're doing it from a corporate mindset. They're doing it from a mindset of, we're going to take money from the gays, the straights, the whites, the blacks, lesbians, whatever. And it's just not very genuine. You know, I feel bad for Moses Ingram, just like I felt bad for Kelly Marie Tran, because the actors don't deserve to be treated like shit because they're playing a character that was poorly written. The writers, Pablo Hidalgo, who's a douchebag, they should be the ones taken out to pasture, not fucking Moses Ingram. And I think most logical adults know that Kelly Marie Tran's character in Last Jedi was not written by her. It was written by Rian Johnson. And he's gotten a lot of shit for it too. So in this situation, if you can complain about not liking a character, that's all well and good. But to go after an actor who's just doing their job, I mean, you got to be just an immature, low intellect punk. But I feel like, and there's a lot of those on the internet, edgy kids. But I feel like, and there's also edgy adults. But I feel like Disney themselves, come on, bro. Come on.